Imagine a world where the word of a king was absolute, where justice was a mere whisper in the wind, and where the rights of the people were non-existent. But what if I told you that over 800 years ago, a single document changed all of that? Welcome to the story of the Magna Carta, an event that would ignite the spark of liberty across centuries. Stick around to find out how this ancient parchment shaped the very foundation of modern democracy. The year is 1215 and England is in turmoil. King John, known for his cruel and arbitrary rule, has pushed his barons to the brink. Heavy taxation, military failures, and the king's blatant disregard for the law created a powder keg ready to explode. The barons, once loyal to the crown, are now united in rebellion. They demand change, and they demand it now. As tensions escalate, both sides know that a confrontation is inevitable. That confrontation would take place at a peaceful meadow called Runnymede. Who were these barons that dared to challenge the king? Led by Robert Fitzwalter, they were powerful nobles who had grown weary of John's tyrannical reign. These men had seen their rights trampled, their lands seized, and their wealth drained by an unrelenting monarch. Their demands were simple but radical. They wanted a guarantee of their rights and an end to the king's abuses of power. But this was more than just a personal vendetta. What they sought would have consequences far beyond their lifetime. On June 15, 1215, at Runnymede, the barons forced King John to sign what would become one of the most famous documents in history, the Magna Carta. But this was no ordinary agreement. The Magna Carta was revolutionary for its time, limiting the king's power and establishing that even the monarch was subject to the law. Key clauses included the right to a fair trial, protection from illegal imprisonment, and limits on taxation without representation. These were not just concessions, they were the seeds of a new political order. However, the signing of the Magna Carta was not the end of the story. King John had no intention of keeping his promises. Shortly after signing, he sought to annul the document, plunging England into civil war. But the Magna Carta had already taken on a life of its own. Reissued multiple times throughout the Middle Ages, it became a symbol of the struggle for liberty and justice, influencing the development of constitutional law in England and beyond. The true power of the Magna Carta lies in its legacy. Centuries after it was signed, its principles inspired the development of the English Parliament, the United States Constitution, and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It established the idea that the law is above the king, and that everyone, no matter their status, has certain inalienable rights. This medieval document laid the groundwork for the democracy we know today, and continues to be a symbol of the fight against tyranny. But why does Magna Carta still matter? In today's world, where debates about civil rights, government power, and individual freedom continue to rage, the Magna Carta serves as a reminder of the enduring struggle for justice. It's a symbol of the idea that no one is above the law and that the rights of individuals must be protected against the whims of those in power. The Magna Carta was more than just a peace treaty between a king and his barons. It was the first step in a journey towards freedom and equality that continues to this day. As we look back on the signing of this historic document, we can see how its principles have shaped the world we live in. So next time you think about the rights you enjoy, remember that they began with a group of rebels who dared to stand up to a king. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more history brought to life.